Today, I'm going to discuss Taiji push hand and your basic instinct. This only apply to beginner of Taiji push hand. So if you are higher level, whatever I'm going to say will sound wrong or it doesn't apply. Master Byron usually say, if you are at level N, you need to forget about level N minus 1. So if I'm in the beginner's level, what I should forget? I should forget my basic instinct. Actually, that is only half of the story. The other half, Master Byron will show you at the end of this video. I'm going to do some demo and you see what I'm talking about, the instinct, why your basic instinct will hurt you. So this is a demo. First of all, is where his balance. His balance usually is around the level of the belly button. And suppose if I push right at the center of gravity, he has no way but move. And suppose if I hit a little bit higher here, and he's not a snake, so this is connected, I will do the same thing. And I can push him. Push hand is about pushing him. Suppose if I put my hand on here, his basic reaction is his muscle, the back muscle will be very tense. His shoulder will try to resist my touch. So if he does that, his whole body to me is a lump. I know his center of gravity is here, so I will be able to push him. But instead, if he relaxes, he either turn his body around this axis, or he go backwards, or he turn around some other way. It will surprise me, and instead my center of gravity will be shifted from here into somewhere here, and he will be able to make me off the balance. So there are 4 different situations. One is, suppose both of us are untrained. That's first situation. The second situation is, I'm untrained, he's trained. The third one is, he's not trained, I'm trained. The last one is, we both are trained. So I'm going to discuss the strategy for each situation. So first of all, none of us trained. So what is our basic instinct? If we want to push each other, naturally we'll think is, we are going to find an anchor on the floor, and I'm going to shift my center of gravity towards outside my body. So I'm going to push harder, and the result usually is the stronger person will win, and people will get tired. Of course, I hurt my ankle, I'm the stronger, I usually win, but in this case, so this is what the untrained person would do. So suppose if I'm not trained and he's trained, what is my strategy? If he's trained, I know he's better than me. My strategy is, I have to stay longer. I know eventually he will win, but I have to stay in the game as long as I could. So my strategy would be lower my center of gravity. So you have to watch other videos about the Tai Chi posture to see how you lower your body. Of course, if I can lie down on my back, facing up, my center of gravity is the lowest. Of course, no one can push me, but usually the game is you have to stand. So if you stand, there's a chance someone will win. You try to lower as much as possible the center of gravity. The third option is, if I'm better, I'm trained, he's not trained. So what is my strategy? My strategy will, of course, I can push him, he will move. But usually the strategy is, I try to make a pose and I direct the force from him through my elbow down to the ground. See, in this way, I will make him exhausted. I make him so tired. Once in a while, I give some pause. But when I give a force, I try not to lose my balance, just very short and save my energy. So afterwards, he will admire me and think I'm the best because he's so tired, I act as if nothing happened. But if we're both trained, what is going to happen? So we really have to watch our own balance and think about all the Taiji moves, watch other videos. When you try to push, your body also moves backwards and try to direct the force down to the ground. That's a very basic skill. Is the first moment you touch him, at that moment you start sensing him and trying to, it's like a poker game. You try to think about his move. What is his intention? Is he moving on the left or right? What is he trying to do? So the very first moment of this, you have to have developed a skill. So there are two parts of this. One mode, you're trying to deliver a power. So I'm sending force to him, deliver a power. One is when you receive an incoming force, you're trying to neutralize. So in your mind, you really have to switch the different mode. That different mode is actually the skill you're trying to develop. When you deliver the power, you have to maybe watch a lot of our videos about how to deliver all the power, the forms of the Taiji form. When neutralizing the force, that's a little bit more difficult because when you watch our video, a lot of situations, Master Byron says, oh, your arm got disconnected. So what does he really mean? What he really means is the force you're neutralizing, you cannot really retreat. You cannot push too strong or too weak. If it's too strong, then he will know my intention because my body is here. He will know my center of gravity is here. He can push me. I will move. But if I'm too weak, there are two situations. One is when I'm too weak, I won't be able to detect his center of gravity. I really don't know where his center of gravity is. The second is I cannot fool him. See, if I have a moderate force, he thinks there's a center of gravity here, but if I'm in retreat, he will lose the balance. His balance will move towards here, he will lose by that way.
As soon as you have attention, because once he feels his pressure is gone, his nerve is going to start to tense up. I think that's David think the instinct. He said we should give up the instinct like this. But another instinct, the automatic balance instinct, we should keep. That's why it's hard to say which one. You cannot just use human words that we give up the instinct. But for me, okay, you push me, the pressure coming in. My instinct is, okay, I feel this whole situation with me is comfortable feeling. Okay, I'm out of balance right now. There's a comfortable area there. So that's another instinct is automatically getting back to your comfortable feeling. So we actually threw away one part of human eyes feeling instinct, but that real instinct is Taiji. Everybody you find, you dig out what your original instinct. Like the last class, I'm showing the kids don't want to go, and pulling me out. Yeah. If I pull my body, tense out body, yeah, it's hard. But it's really heavy. I don't want to go, I don't want to go. Small kids just like that. The whole body is dropped. So that's the instinct we want to keep it. We want to find it out. It just because we grow up, we lost all that. So all the Taijis find that original instinct.